Yo YouTube, what's up? I'm Tim, he's AC. This is the NL West preview for the Cash Kelly and AC Sports Report as our camera continues to zoom in and out. Fifth place, who you got in the NL West?
Fifth place, I got the Diamondbacks. They really don't have much of a rotation. They're just not a great team. They're looking for people. They're really in the rebuilding process, right?
Yeah, they are.
They just don't have anything.
I don't have them fifth, so I'll get to them in a second. I have your San Diego Padres representing the priest of America here. And, I mean, they're not... I don't know. I mean, this team, I know they finished in second place last year, but I don't think anyone really bought them. I don't like the Padres. I don't see anything that's really stands out to me about them. They acquired the O-Dog. That's about it. I mean, their lineup's not very good. Cameron Maybin, they could catch lightning in a bottle with. But, I mean, Aaron Harang has potential. He was a pretty solid starter with the Reds back in the day. Matt Latos was a good pitcher. But, I mean, this team just does not have the pieces there to win right now.
No, it's not fully together. I mean,
and that's who you got for fourth place?
For fourth place?
Yeah.
No, actually, I have the Dodgers.
You have the Dodgers in fourth place. Wow.
Yeah, I got the Dodgers in fourth place. I don't fully believe in this team yet. I know a lot of people are picking them to like almost win the division. I think you did, but that's beside the point. I just don't see everything together. They only had what, like 80 wins last year, so I just don't see it coming together yet for them.
Yeah, they were 80 and 82 last season, as it points out right in front of you, AC. No, I got them in fourth. In fourth place, I have the Diamondbacks. The lineup isn't terrible. If we go through the lineup, Xavier Nady's had some good seasons. Chris Young's was supposed to be good. He hasn't really turned out. Justin Upton's supposed to be this tremendous talent. I hope he doesn't end up the same as his brother, BJ, where we just keep saying, oh, he's got all this talent, He never does anything.
Upton.
First, Kelly Johnson had a nice season last year. We'll see if he can continue that. Steven Drew's a decent shortstop, but their ace is Joe Saunders. I mean, come on, that's no.
It's not working out for them.
Yeah, JJ Putz is their closer. He's had a few years since he's been a closer, but he was solid in Seattle before getting injured. He's been with the Mets and the White Sox since then. Third place, who you got?
Third place, I got the Padres.
Representing the priests of America.
Yes, absolutely, the priests of America and the San Diego Zoo, where half their players are from. And yet I still went with them to go third. But the problem with them is really like they don't have a rotation really. They
have some guys.
I mean, they have some guys that are there, but I just don't.
I think their fifth starter, Corey Luke, will win Rookie of the Year. I think he could be good.
Yeah, he can.
Tim Stauffer, I'm not real sold on. Clayton Richard, I'm not sold on.
No.
Aaron Harang, I don't think that's the type of move you go in with your number 2 starter and win anything with. Matt Latos was a good pitcher. We'll see if he can still do it.
Latos is their only pitcher that I fully believe in at this point.
I don't know if I do. He had 1 year. I mean, we'll have to see if he.
But I still don't see him being a last place team.
Yeah, I do. I don't. The Padres are just not. I don't know. There's something about the Padres that I just cannot get with. Dodgers in third place for me. The lineup is good. I mean, you talk about adding Wanya rebate. Now they overpaid for him probably, but he can play so many different positions. That right side of the infield's getting pretty old though, with Furcal and Casey Blake. I mean, they still can do stuff, but not the way they used to. Jay Gibbons out in left field. We'll see with him. Matt Kemp in center field needs to have a bounce back year. I think he will. Andre Ethier is one of the better players in baseball, one of the better outfielders. And everyone's favorite catcher, Rod Barajas, Mr. Don't do anything with the Phillies and then kill us with the Mets.
Oh, my God.
Clayton Kershaw, Chad Billingsley, Ted Lilly, Hiroki Kuroda, John Garland, not to mention Vicente Padilla is available. I mean, this is a pretty solid rotation. Again, I think Kershaw will be a beast. I don't know if he's quite at that number 1 level yet, and I'm not sold on. We don't know what we're getting out of Chad Billingsley. I think that's the problem for me picking this team. I think there's pitchers in there that we know have had good seasons, but you don't know if you're getting 9 and 11 records or 14 and 8 records, and that's why I just can't pick this team.
Yeah, the reason I put them fourth instead of third is because of all the question marks that you just pointed out.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. I mean, if they go right, this team could win the division. If they go wrong, this could be 4th, 5th.
The NL West is a crapshoot.
Yeah, that's what it's always been. Second place, who you got?
Second place, I got your own hometown heroes, Colorado Rockies. They got that Jorge De La Rosa, who's a solid pitcher. I don't see them winning the division, but I definitely see them contending and giving the Reds a run for their money in the wild card.
Yeah, no, that's pretty true. They also have Ubaldo Jimenez, who won nearly 20 games last season. I mean, the thing for him is he hasn't been able to pitch a full good season, put it all together. If he can do that this year, he could win the Cy Young. He could do a lot of things.
If he becomes consistent, look out.
I mean, this team's lineup is stacked. Well, I'll get to that in a second, because that is not who I have in second place. I have your world champion, San Francisco Giants, in second place. I think the pitching is so stacked. Tim Lincecum, Matt Cain, Bumgarner, Sanchez, and Mr. I haven't done anything since I was with the A's in 2001, Barry Zito. I mean, the pitching's fine. Brian Wilson's an absolute beast. This bullpen's strong, but the lineup is just not good enough. And let me tell you why this lineup was able to work last year. This lineup was able to work last year because you got a bunch of guys that were out to prove something. Not just that they wanted to win a World Series, but that they got laid off by another team or released by another team, or they weren't thought of highly when they were free agents. But they got mad and they won a World Series. The problem is they kept that exact same team basically, and it's going to be tough for them to remain motivated. I mean, Buster Posey's a beast, so I'm not grouping him in that category, but I'm grouping Pat Burrell. I think he can have a very good year, but I don't think he's what he was, and he's playing in AT&T Park, which isn't a hitter's field. Andres Torres had a breakout season at age 31 last season. I mean, I'm not sold on him having another good season. Cody Ross is a boss, but I mean, he's not going to hit the way he did in the playoffs every year last season. So I'm not liking him. Aubrey Huff, he had a really, really good season last year, but you know, he was another guy that was kind of out there for a while, and the Giants just picked him up. I mean, he's not a great first baseman, and I'm not thrilled with that team. I think it was a huge loss for them to lose Juan Uribe. It really was. I mean, Miguel Tejada, that was a terrible move in my mind. The guy is nothing. I don't think he has anything left.
I don't think Tejada has a lot left either.
Pablo Sandoval, third base. I mean, the guy's got to lose weight. If he doesn't lose weight, then he's just going to be a crappy MLB player. That's what I have. I think the one thing you got to look at with the Giants is the fact that this team's bullpen is so strong and the pitching is so strong. If any of the teams in the West kind of struggle, this team will be there through it all.
Yeah.
First place, who you got?
First place, I got San Francisco Giants. Like you said, the pitching is just completely stacked. You got Timmy and all those other Timmy and all those other guys. And like you said, they did kind of throw together a group of guys that were motivated. But you're telling me these guys they just won a World Series, and they're coming back and they're not going to be motivated?
Well, I don't know if they're going to be as motivated, and I think motivation was part of the reason they won. Part of the reason they were playing.
You still got to work together as a team.
Yeah, but
when
you're pissed off at someone, you want to do good, you want to win it all, and they did that. But I don't know if they can capture that same amount of energy.
I still don't think.
But have you ever been at the plate when you were pissed and you hit one deep into the outfield? You know that feeling?
Well, yeah, I know that.
And then you walk up the next time and you're thinking, wow, I just got a hit up, and then you just hit a ground ball to the second baseman. I mean, you can't capture what that team had last year.
It's not that I don't understand what you're saying. It's that I just think they're going to come out and be really, really motivated and try and prove that last year, no, it wasn't a fluke. Because I've heard a lot of people say
I don't know if it was a fluke.
I heard a lot of people say that, and that's why I think they're going to try their hardest, and they're going to be motivated, and they're going to work together as a team, and they're going to be really good. I mean, like you said, not the bullpen, the batting order is not the best we've ever seen, but it's clearly not the worst.
No,
I mean, they've got pieces there.
Yeah, but it's not the worst. But to win a division, you got to be one of the better ones. I mean, I got the Rockies first place. I'll make this short. Carlos Gonzalez is an MVP candidate. The guy hit 30 home runs last year. Dexter Fowler's gonna break out this season. Seth Smith is a pretty solid outfielder. Todd Helton, I mean, he's not what he was, but he's still a decent player. Jose Lopez, decent second baseman. Troy Tulowitzki, as long as he can stay healthy, this guy can be the best shortstop in baseball. He can be a do-it-all player. He could be an MVP even.
Tulo can be an MVP.
Ian Stewart at third base and Chris Iannetta are both guys that have big expectations, and we'll just have to see. The rotation, the top is very good with Jimenez and De La Rosa. Uwalis Chacin is a prospect coming up. We'll have to see what he can do. Aaron Cook and Jason Hamill. Jason Hamill is a guy that's a fifth starter on a good team. You know, if he can do what he's done throughout his career, he'll be fine. Aaron Cook is a good pitcher. He's not great, but he's good enough to get the job done at 4. And he can be better than a 4th starter. I've seen him do it. Houston Street, their closer, and I think this bullpen is absolutely stacked. Houston Street, Rafael Betancourt, Matt Belisle, Franklin Morales, and a few other guys, including Matt Lindstrom. I think the thing is, they both have, the Giants have better rotation, but the Rockies still have a good rotation. The Giants have as good of a bullpen as the Rockies. It's equal there.
So you're gonna go with
But
the Rockies' better lineup.
I'm going with the Rockies' better lineup over the Giants' tad bit better rotation.
I understand that.
So that's our NL West preview. I'm Tim. He's AC. We'll see you later.